Good evening and welcome to the SBR MX-5 Cup. This is round number 3. From Tsukuba, we have 12 drivers routing around this 1.271 mile circuit. Let's have a look. So, well, let's just get the keyboard sorted. So we have that is Ryan Martin, who won last time out, dominated Red Bull Ring short. We have Corkery, Dylan Price, John Alexander, Rob Scholler, Alex Austin, Fraser Richards, Paul Verity, Andre Zell, Joseph Burke, Paul Robson, and Lee Paget, all in tonight. See Ryan Martin just coming around the final turn, turn 9, obviously 9 corners, 5 right, 4 left. Martin puts in a 57.7 second time. Alex Austin, second at the moment, a 58.127 for him. Scholler, he showed good pace last time at Red Bull Ring short, so he's going to hope to do the same again. He's in third at the moment in qualifying, 4/10 off Martin. The interesting thing is, Corkery, the man who's fourth at the moment, leads the way in the championship at the halfway stage on 122 points. Verity is on 118, joint with Austin. Alexander on 112. Zell on 86, Price 80, Martin on 75, Burke 69, Scholler on 40, Paget 35, Stamanov on 34, and Richards on 25. So 57.799 is the current pole sitting time. Austin unable to get any closer at the moment. There's Corkery. Let's go on board with him. It's on board. Coleman Corkery, the number 9 machine. So out of the final corner, come towards turn 1, a hairpin right. Hit the brakes all the way down to second gear. Keep it nicely tucked in. Bring throttle in about halfway around. Power out of the corner as then you head it towards turns 2 and 3, a flick left, a flick right as Austin does go quicker now. Hits the brakes into turn 4, another hairpin left, again down to second. This one is slightly tighter, got to be careful because the back end does slide as shown there. Turn 5, a 90-degree handle, quite quick though, third gear, using all the curb. Through turn 6, a flat left, turn 7, flat left, turn 8, this hairpin right. Now it's almost double apex this one, unless you keep it tucked in like Corkery. You can take a double apex, you can try and square the corner off. Just head down the back straight towards turn 9, the final turn of the circuit. A really long right-hander this. 4th gear. Got quite a late apex. Got to try and turn in a little bit later and let the car roll through. We don't go any quicker on board with Corkery this time around, but not a shabby lap nonetheless. There is Austin for his final lap. What can he do? He's on a 57.943. Can't go any quicker. Ryan Martin, what can he do this time around? Currently on pole position. Doesn't go any quicker, it only does a 58.1. It's finished, just having a look, see if we can spot the last person. There he is. It is Richards, he comes through, he doesn't go any quicker. So it is Ryan Martin who takes pole position for the third round in the MX-5 Cup. The start of the second half of the season is now. The revs begin to rise as we get ready to go underway. We're green, and Austin's not moved off the start line. Austin's not moved off the start line, so that's going to be interesting. See what happens with that. Into the first corner though, Martin leads from Schola, from Verity. There's Zell. Looks like Corkery got caught up in that. I think there's a few cars actually that are stuck right now. There's Corkery in 9th. Austin, I think we're going to have a restart because there's 3 cars in Austin, Alexander, Richards, who have all got stuck. Everyone goes through. I don't know who's going to make the call, if this is going to be restarted, but in theory it should be. Yeah, all the cars coming towards a halt there. Everyone exiting. Hosted into the game, so we're just going to wait for the lobby to reopen there. So we're going to get back to the start line, have a restart with the 20 laps, see what happens. So the grade's going to have to be manually input, I believe. Let's just double check the settings of the lobby. Just waiting for everyone to come in to the lobby. We're just going to wait for the grid to get underway. Obviously, Common Corkery having to set the grid. So we're going to try this again. Take 2 for the MX-5 SBR MX-5 Cup with Pendragon Bodyworks. Round 3 here at Tsukuba. We're going to try once again. So the revs rise. We're underway once again. And once again we have people stuck. And once again, it's a different 3 this time. Oh, that's not what I want to alert the drivers that there are cars once again stuck on track. So the guys all come up towards. See, we've kind of missed the first lap because of getting that warning out to the drivers, making sure they're aware that when they come around the corner, there's going to be 3 cars there. But it is Ryan Martin who currently leads, followed by Scholler, followed by Verity, followed by Burke. Then Zale, followed by Price, Robson, Richards. And it looks like we're going to have another restart. It's been a bit of a glitchy start to the racing tonight. Obviously, cars getting stuck. We're going to take three. Three's the charm, as they say. So, as everyone comes back into the new lobby, we say third time's a charm. Hopefully we'll get underway this time. So, we're watching Zell at the moment. Having time, this is the final time of restarting. Obviously, if anyone does get stuck, I will quickly warn the drivers and we can go back, if required, to watch any of the carnage unfold. But obviously it's our duty almost to make sure the drivers know that there is a hazard on the circuit around that final corner, because it can be quite hard, because the drivers will be pushing hard through that final corner. If they're met with a car just stood still, obviously it's going to ruin their race good and proper. Watching Ryan Martin at the moment. There's Paul Robson. Thompson having a bad racing time here in the MX-5s. Clean driver, obviously. Will be looking to make a few places up from his qualifying position. I don't know if everyone's in yet. That's Verity, and his AI has gone absolutely bonkers. It's that Burks as well. The final is going to be started, so we'll see what happens. There's Richards. So for the final time, we're going to be starting race 1 of round 3. Technically race number 7 of the season. So the revs are going to rise. The lights are on. And we are green here at Tsukuba. And we have cars stuck on the grid, so we shall we'll watch turn 1, but we'll then send a warning out. Side-by-side action between Austin and Shola. I think it's just one. Yes, it's just Verity. So back to the action. So it is Martin who leads. Shola, we'll set a replay for that. He's in second place at the moment, and hopefully we'll catch where he's managed to. I think he did try around the outside of Austin. His car's now steer clear, all heeding the warning going through the final turn. As everyone now, single file. Zal has got Price just ahead of him. Price looking to get Paul Robson. Just behind him is Richards. Have a look back at Shola. I think he. Yes, he'd already passed Austin there, so I think he's done in the first couple of turns. So good start from Shola. He's right on the back of Martin as well. He'll go past Verity on the side there, and Zell now in the pits. Verity unhappy, obviously. This is the third and final restart. Still watching Shola with Austin. As we come up towards turn 9, the long right-hander. Verity still, the marshal still haven't cleared Verity's car yet. But Austin looking to retake that second place and try and get on the back of Martin. So Martin's on super softs. And I wonder if Martin's going to try and go the whole way, pretty much, all the way to lap 19 like he did last time at the Red Bull Ring. More further back, Robson still has Price behind. Zell has come in the pits. There he is. He's now on a set of super soft, so I don't know whether he's coming to change those tyres. There's Alexander. He's in 8th place right now. Now to turn 8, down towards turn 9. We're still watching this battle for second place between Schola and Austin. Austin looking to the inside, trying to get a nice run towards turn 1. But I think Schola's line is slightly better, just able to probably just keep the power a little bit longer. On board with Austin. Continue to look at the back of Schola's car. That's a little bit wide from Schola through turn 5 into 6 and 7. Austin looking to try and get a gap down the inside. Has he got it? Oh, not quite. Well, he's going to get past in the end. It was close, and I think it was unfortunately just a bit of racing. But Schola on the outside coming back at us. See on the left hand side, there he is on the outside for turn number 9. This is sketchy as you like. Austin gets the move done though. A little bit wide out of turn 9, but the game allows it. Let's have another look back at that then. So it all starts from here, turn 5. You can see Schola just doesn't quite clip the apex. Allows Austin the run, and Austin looks to go to the inside for turn 8. He's looking. Well, Schola has closed the door. And that is how Austin managed to get the move done. Now he's got about 8 tenths to Martin, and that gap is building 9 tenths now. Well, further behind, Robson still has Price just behind. There's a bit of paintwork off of Price's car, so a bit of contact somewhere. Here it's turn 9, Robson wide. Price looking to go up the inside, can't quite get there. Oh, and Price has lost out there. Richards with a very opportunistic move into turn 1. Fantastic stuff from Richards on Price. You can see Alexander in the background there. Here comes Price looking on the outside turn 5. Isn't quite going to work. Great stuff though from Richards. Saw the gap, put the car in the gap. Move was made, job was done. And now Richards on the back of Robson, heading up towards turn 9. Can he do what Price couldn't? Into turn 9, he's got his nose down the inside, he's alongside. We got a yellow flag, someone spun, that's Schola. Well, go back and have a look at that in a minute. Richards through into the top 5 though, but Robson isn't going down without a fight. He's looking straight back up the inside, bit of contact, front wheel to rear wheel. Richards will keep it though. Oh, a big slide from Robson. Unfortunately, Price unable to get past him. And Price now has Alexander just behind. Oh, hello, that's... I was going to look back at Schola's spin. I'm going to have a look at this now, because why not? Onboard Alexander. Oh, he's so late on the brakes. The back end's also almost broke on him. He has given the places back, so however it doesn't amend the damage that Robson has lost place to Price in the process. Well, Shola's come in now for soft tyres. So your battle now is for 4th place. How is the guys at the front doing? Gap is coming down, 0.6 of a second, 0.7 now as he exit turn 9. So Austin is making inroads to our leader so far. You haven't seen much of this man, Corkery. He's in 3rd, Price in 4th, and Alexander looking to go underneath Robson here on the inside up towards turn number 1. This time he makes the move. The car doesn't get any squirrely. He's not late on the brakes. He is absolutely perfect. Runs a little bit wide. Robson looking to attack back through 2 and 3. Can't quite get alongside. Ready for 4. Bit of lag pulling in for Robson at the moment. And everything seems to be settled at the moment for 4th place. So Shola just behind them now, 2.4. Zal is having a bit of a nightmare of a race at the moment. He's in 8th place, but he's not really catching anyone at the moment, but with pit stops still to be made. So he's got Richards behind him and Paget. I don't know what's happened to him, but he is right at the back in 10th place at the moment. Back in the front, we're going to have a replay because Austin has lost a lot of time somewhere. Must have been earlier in the replay, maybe into turn 9 then, because he was about 7/10 away from Martin, and now he's about 1 point. Oh, he's had another mistake somewhere. There we go, he's run wide through turn 5, which I think makes you run a bit wide through 6, 7, and then you've got to try and reline it up for 8. Top 3 have just run away though. There's Price, he's got Alexander down the inside. Alexander, turn 9, bold move. And it's a move that's going to pay off. Alexander up into 4th place then. And if he is Canadian, but the Canadian into the top 4. But I think it's going to be a long slog from there. He's got a lot of time to find if he wants to catch up to Corkery. 12.3 seconds to be exact. And we're already over halfway through this race. Austin hasn't lost any further time yet. As he enters turn 9. Studying about 1.8 seconds at the moment. Corkery is in. There's Alexander, there is Price. Shola, here's the interesting person we need to watch. Shola is not, obviously he spun, but the undercut hasn't heeded him much luck here, as Coleman Corkery actually had such a gap, he came back out in 3rd place. That's how big of a gap he had. And that basically means now that Austin has a pit stop in hand over Coleman, Corkery and Martin as well. So the top 2 should come out as they are. Meanwhile, Zal has Richards behind, just a second there. I'm pretty certain Zal stopped earlier, very early pit stop here. I think he started on the soft compound, went to the super softs. Across the line Zell goes. 59.0 at the moment. So Richards is starting to close in here. On board was out looking back at Richards. Big slide for Zhao, and that will open up the door for Richards. Round the outside, no problem at all. Martin still that 1.8 second gap. Both of them have yet to pit. Schola is starting to look interested here on Price. Lap 14 of 20. And Schola down the inside. I think Price not going to fight this too much. He knows he's not battling with Schola here. Price he's still yet to make his pit stop. Sensible driving, deciding not to waste any time trying to fight someone who's going to get past anyway. 2.1 now the gap between the leaders. Austin's going to have to do something different here. Force Martin into something, anything right now. Let's just spread out ever so slightly. Price has come in the pits. There's Richards with Zell just behind. They're going to beat Price. Yeah, there goes those three. Dylan Price just out ahead of Paul Robson. So work to be had. And that looks like, yeah, that's Padgett just getting out of the way under blue flags for the two leaders. And here we go. That is the thing that Austin had to do different. He had to pit earlier, in my opinion. Try and force something from Martin. Try and do anything really, just upset his balance. Meanwhile, the battle for sixth is starting to pick up again. Zell on the back of Richards. Austin, as predicted, out in second place from the pit stop. Bit wide there from Price on turn 9, and it looks to me, yeah, Sherlock gradually catching the back here of Alexander, that is. John Alexander, number 23. Not quite close enough yet to be having a full-scale battle, although looking out on the map through turn 8, it looks like that may well now be the case. Alexander goes wide. Schola now has a great chance, unless Alexander looks like on that sort of line he's going to come in the pits. No, he doesn't. He stays out. Takes a more middle-ish line through turn 9. And Schola really looking for something here, anything to help him get past. On a bit of a tap into turn 4, up towards 5. Schola doesn't gain anything positional-wise. Martin still yet to pit. Looks like he's going to be coming in on the 19th lap, as per his usual terms. Alexander trying to break the immediate tow and threat from Schola. I feel this is not helping Alexander. I don't feel this is smart driving from the Canadian. And Schola does get it down the inside this time around on lap number 19. But how much time has Alexander lost fighting Shola these last few laps? Because remember, he's still, oh, and that's a bit of a moment as they go through 2 and 3 into 4. Alexander down the inside, still trying to fight this. I don't think I've seen Alexander pit. Martin comes in now. I'm going to continue to watch this between Alexander because Alexander is still yet to pit. He's got down the inside of Shola. Looked very forceful. Shola should get the switch back down the back straight, and if Alexander does have to pit, he better get across. Maybe Alexander doesn't have to pit. Maybe he started on the soft. I can't remember seeing him in the pits, but he could have. He was at the back, so it wouldn't surprise me if he did maybe do the first lap, come in for the super soft compound, but they're going to be side by side between these two. And Shola's going to have the better line, better exit. Through 2 and 3 into 4. Alexander's fighting this and fighting hard. In down towards turn 8, that's Paget ahead of them. And again, oh, that's a very, very aggressive move. And yes, Alexander does give that place back as he should do. But it's going to be Ryan Martin who wins here at Tsukuba for race 1. Austin in second. Corkery will come home for another podium, but his title lead under threat from the man in second place. Shola will come home for 4th place from Alexander after a late dive. Paget will be in 10th. Richards in 6th. Robson will be 7th. I don't know what's happened to Price. Oh, Price is letting Andre Zell go for 8th place. So Zell in 8th, Price in 8th. So maybe a move gone wrong then by Price, allowing the place back at the end. But it is Ryan Martin who wins race 1 of the night. Fantastic stuff from Ryan Martin there. We're going to be back on the track soon for race number 2. So, race 2. Grid order is the results from race number 1. Should be a good race, this one. Two-minute warning, so won't be long until we get back underway here for race number 2. Verity and Burke have rejoined after they got stuck on the start line last time. Hopefully they won't get stuck again. So, watching Paul Robson go around in turn 9. Bit of practice before the race gets underway. Here we go then. The final's been started. Once again, if anyone gets stuck, obviously we will warn the drivers. But hopefully we're going to get all 12 runners away this time. We'll wait the starting orders. The revs rise. We are go. And it's yes, everyone's going this time around. It's a poor start from Zell at the background, but it's going to be Martin who leads us into turn 1 for the first time. Corkery defending from Shola as, yep, every car through this time. Through turns 2, 3, into 4. Bit of contact, that is... Oh, I don't know what's going on there. We'll have a look back at that because someone spun. Looks like Alexander who spun. Green flags after turn 5 though. Austin trying to cling on to the back then of Ryan Martin. We're going to go back to that mid-pack. What on earth happened here? Bit of bumping, bit of barging through turn 1. That's a bit normal. But down into... looks like some really laggy hits, if I'm completely honest. Alexander just gets spun around by someone. Might be Rich, could be Richard, maybe Paget. Yeah, that spun Alexander around, so he's waited. Really, really weird contact going on there. Back to the front though. It's Martin who's leading this race. Austin right on him now. Making Martin defend to the inside of turn 9. That's not where Martin wants to be. Theory Austin should get a good run, but he's not had the run I would expect him to have, being on that better, wider line. Into turn 1. Keep an eye on this because this is going to be spectacular, this battle. Through turn 5. You see that middle sector? It's where Martin is really, really strong. The traction zones and the later braking into the corners. And you see that gap starting to get bigger, but Austin a better line through turn 9. He's now right on the back of Martin, coming down the main straight, 0.2 of a second behind. You can see two very different lines between the drivers. And behind you got Corkery, who's got Shola not too far behind him. Verity's made a good start from the back of the pack. He's currently 5th place. Remember, he had to start. He had to start right at the back of the pack. Because he obviously had that, he had to effectively retire with the car stuck. Austin just not quite close enough yet to make a move. There's Burke, he's in 6th place again, and he's had another good start. There's Richards, there's Zhao, he has got Alexander right behind him. Into turn 1. Alexander looking like he just almost wants to square the corner off, but not actually squaring the corner off. He still has had a decent run though out of it. Down into turn 4. Can't quite sneak a gap there. Towards turn 9, Zhao. Oh, he's not taking the start very well. Alexander this time almost pushing him through turn 9. Surely he's going to find the space into turn 1. Looks to the inside. Oh, and he got there. Oh, a bit more contact on the exit. I think Zhao. Let's have a look at that from Zhao's angle. We're going to get. Come on, GT Sport, give us a bit longer. Yeah, you just see, obviously Alexander's come across, obviously, but Zhao a bit of a tap as well. So whether that gets looked at, I don't know. Obviously, up to the drivers if they feel aggrieved by an incident. But Richards is now in the pits. But we got side-by-side action for the lead. Austin has dragged Corkery with him to the back of Martin. Again looking to the outside, but maybe now looking for a switch. Once again, Austin on that very different line, and Martin, it's amazing to say it, but Martin feeling like he has to defend here. Massive win for everyone else. Into turn 4, looking back from Martin as Austin still pokes his nose around the outside. Austin just carrying that much more pace through the mid-corner now. It's going to become a bit of a pest for Martin. Obviously, Austin still looking to take his first victory in this series. Hasn't had one yet. Up towards turn 9. Wide from Martin. Austin, oh, looked for the gap, couldn't quite squeeze it down there in time. Martin just about closing the door off. Into turn 1. Again, Austin. On board with the number 51. Turn 4, and once again, Martin taking that tighter line, but it's made the car slide a little bit into turn 5. We know Austin's quicker through the mid-corner here. Austin looks to the outside. He's got to be careful because Corkery's just there. I think Corkery did have a bit of a look. We'll go back actually. I know Corkery is a little bit behind it. It almost looked like the way that Austin didn't really turn in. Almost looked like he was just giving a bit of room to Corkery. But that fight at the front gradually just calming down somewhat. There's Shola. There is Verity. Verity has Burke just behind, 5th place. To turn 4. Out towards 5. Not much doing for Burke at the moment. Oh, a bit of a tap, but Burke's obviously not going to claim any position off that. Just behind me for 7th place, there is Alexander with Zell not too far behind. This time Zell starting on the super soft compound. Back at the front though, and Martin still under attack from Austin. Austin just still not quite close enough. And Verity, what's happened to Verity? Well, let's have a look there. Verity's gone into the pits, that's what's happened there. Should you notice his tyres, he's starting on soft tyres, that's interesting from Verity. He's on super softs to the end. There are more pit stoppers coming in. That's Shola, Zell also in. And the guys at the front still hard racing at the moment as they head up towards turn 5 through to 6. Martin just about pulling out that half a second gap, which is just about enough in that safe zone that he can actually get overtaken by Austin. Martin saying the fastest lap as well last lap, 57.8. No one else really getting much coverage. Oh no, that looks like a bit of an interesting battle on the map. Shola with Alexander. Turn 9, Alexander looking for a move. Alexander yet to pit. Don't know whether he's back being, but Marshall's getting that one wrong. Shola just about pulling out 6/10 now. Back to the front. We have Austin still in second place in the number 51 car. He has managed to pull a second back on Martin this time around, and Corkery now in the pits. Alexander in the pits, Berg in the pits, Verity will find himself back in 5th place. You know, so he's got a nice little gap as well to Burke this time around. So that battle may have just been settled in the pit stops. Martin, though, this time has managed to pull more time on Austin. Amazing, look at the wear difference between Austin and Martin. You can just see it's not a lot, but you can just tell that by that Austin's being a lot harsher on that front left tyre going around the corners here. Now this could play a big factor really, because obviously the newer the tyre or the less wear there is, the faster you can go. And Martin is putting in a purple sector 1. We're going to carry on with watching this lap. because we could set a purple lap time here. This could really make Austin's job a lot harder. Blue flags are out. That's it's for Dylan Price. Oh, and a 1.2 second gap. Austin just losing a bunch of time through that last couple of corners there. 1.2 seconds now back to Martin. Is this because of the tyre wear issue? Evening, Andrew. How are you, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, the racing is going well at the moment. We had a bit of an issue race number 1. A few people getting the stuck on the grid glitch, but we're into race number 2, 16 laps in. Martin leading 1.2 seconds to the good over Alex Austin. And Austin in the pits now, trying to make something happen here. If you have missed race 1, obviously you can check it out again after the stream is finished, but Martin was your winner from Austin from Corkery. Austin back out in second place. Let's see if there's any other action going on. There is Alexander. He's got Zell just behind. Obviously Alexander now on the soft compound of tyre. And as I'm familiar with the way this race works, obviously you can use the super softs and the softs. You must use each compound at least once during the race. And no dedicated pit window either. So expect the leader, Ryan Martin, the first person to ever do it in this league. He tends to go all 19 laps before he makes his pit stop for 1 lap of softs. He pushes those super softs really hard to the end of, near the end of this race. There he is on lap number 18. I believe there was BTCC tonight, Andrew. I believe that was being streamed by Sean Gallagher. Excuse me if I do get his name wrong. But yeah, I believe Sean was streaming that. I don't know whether they may have already finished though by this point. Obviously the MX-5 started about 15 minutes later, and obviously we had a few extra restart delays due to the glitch. So the BTCC may have already finished now. Well, that's good that you're here, Andrew. It's some good racing to look forward to, especially at the start. It goes a bit crazy. Watch Zell onto lap number 19 for him. He's quite close to the back of Alexander here. He's about half a second, so if he can just reel in that time in this lap, he can have a good go at him on the final lap. Expect Martin to be in the pits. Where's Martin? There he goes, Martin into the pits. He's got 10.3. That could be quite tight, actually. 28.4. Austin's been going quick. This is now crucial. Martin coming out of the pits now. They're going to be side by side into turn 1. This is for the lead of the race. Not quite side by side, but Austin closer than he was when he went into the pits. That's fantastic results. We're going to have a last lap battle here for the lead of the race. And it's almost a no bars hold match other than the racing rules in place. Into turn 5. His best chance, probably turn 8 for Austin. If he can stick with Martin through the two left-handers of 6 and 7. Into 8, they're going to hit the brakes. Got to get a good run if he wants to go for turn 9. He has got a good run. He's closing in on the number 86 car. Austin looks to the outside. He's got to do something special here. He brakes a bit earlier. Looks for the switchback. I don't think he's quite going to get it because it will be Ryan Martin who takes the second victory of the night from Austin. Austin, a fantastic drive in second, using a slight undercut to his advantage. Corkery comes home in third. Schola fourth. Verity fifth from the back of the grid. Berg in sixth from the back of the grid as well. Alexander fends off Zell in the end for 7th place. Fraser Richards going to come home 9th, some more points on the board for him. Good to see. The number 87. 10th will be Paul Robson. Again, just another nice drive from him, just quiet, but as always, you're better off finishing because you get the points. And finally, Lee Paget comes through for 11th and 12th. I forgot we had all 12 cars running this time. Dylan Price in 12th place, obviously not a great race for him, but he will start on pole position for race 3. Confirmation of your results there. Ryan Martin winning this one. So there's going to be probably about a 5-minute break now before we head into the final race. The final race is a reverse grid rolling start race, so it's going to be very tricky for the guys who finished at the front in race 2. They're going to find it really difficult now into race 3 because not only are they starting last, but they're also starting a fair way back from the person who's going to be on pole position, and more than likely on that final corner. So the settings have been changed to reflect the race 3 format. You can see it's now sunset, so the sun's going to be in the driver's eyes for good measure. Paget had a quiet first couple of races as Paget, but he's just kept on, scored some more points. 2-minute warning is out for the drivers. Obviously, this is the penultimate round of the SBR MX-5 Cup with Pendragon Bodyworks. The final round coming from Kyoto. Next week, I believe it's Miyabi, but it could be Miyabi. I believe it's Yamagiwa. Kyoto Yamagiwa, but it could be Miyabi. I can probably double check with Common Corkery, who runs the league, just to double check the layout. But if it is Miyabi, it's going to be absolute chaos. It's going to be great fun. So, the final race of the evening, race 3 of round 3, race number 9 of the championship, is about to go live. There are the cars. Price will lead us off, followed by Paget, followed by Robson, followed by Fraser Richards, and you can see the length that pretty much spans the whole of the back straight. The cars start rolling. I think some of the back cars may not even make it to the final corner before they get racing, but it's going to be, the lights are on. We're green here at Tsukuba for the final time tonight. And it's Price who's going to lead us away into turn 1. He's going to have a mighty gap. Look at that stream of cars we got here. So the gap for Martin to get back 7.5 seconds. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you got to get through a pack of cars like these, it can take an absolute age. You'd always be tempted, race 3, if you're starting at the back, start on the soft compound, maybe coming for an early pit stop if you know you can make the super soft last, and use the clean air to your advantage. But Price will lead us for lap number 1. Side-by-side action there between Burke and Alexander into turn number 9. Alexander getting the move done. 6th place is his. Oh, and Burke looking to come back down the inside. Couldn't quite find the gap. Once again, he's looking at turn 1. Yes, he's managed to find the gap this time. Bit of door banging, but the gap was there. And Burke goes through. Verity just behind as a spectator at the moment. Verity now, as Burke goes really wide, and that is Shola, who decided to try and get the inside of Verity. Didn't quite work. We'll go back and have a little look at that one. On board then with Shola as we head towards turn 4. Try getting down the gap. Bit of contact on the right hand side. No one's fault really. The car just spins under that contact. It was an ambitious move from Shola. That is patched off. Turn 9, he goes off. He's run a bit wide. And he's got a long wait now as all the cars come streaming through. Shola. Burke is now in the pit lane. Paget waiting for Shola to come back through. Not ideal for Paget. He will be last at the moment, and he's definitely behind Burke, who's pitted. Price though. Oh, Robson gets it sideways through 6. That's going to allow Richards through. just clipping the grass on the outside of 5, just as you're going into 6. Further behind, there's Alexander, Verity, Austin. So Austin off either start managed to get past Corkery. Meanwhile, further forward, we've got Zell down the inside. Or looking to go down the inside of Alexander, although that could be Alexander going around the outside of Zell at the same time. So Alexander into 4th. Now looking at Robson for 3rd. Can't quite get to the inside of 4. Oh, and Zhao having a bit of a interesting line into 4. Whether that was a bit of contact or not, we will never know. But Alexander right on the back of Robson, coming down towards turn number 8. And Austin is now on the back of Verity, as Robson goes wide into turn 8. And Alexander doesn't need a second invitation to go through that door. Meanwhile, Austin trying to line Verity up for a move. We're going to go on board with Corkery. Martin's been unable to stay with these boys at the moment. He's about 7/10 behind Corkery right now, as Corkery looks to the outside of Austin. Not what Austin needs, because these two, ideally, need to try and get cars between themselves and Martin as protection almost, to make sure Martin can't come back through the field, or try and get them now. But Martin all over the back of Corkery, I believe. Yes, there he is down the inside. Corkery not allowing him through, but this is perfect now for Austin. He's got the chance, he has to take it now. He needs to put cars in between himself and those behind. Into turn 8, he's looking for a switch back. Can't quite make it work. Up towards turn 9, and Zell goes into the pits now for an early stop, as does Corkery. Corkery doing what I thought most people would do in race 3, starting on the softer compound, going in the pits now, going to try and get some clean air. And once again, Verity proving hard to get past. Alexander has got past Fraser Richards in the meantime. We're going to continue to watch this because this is crucial for championship standings. Yes, that is Richards. And work out what's going on here. Oh, and a bit of contact between Richards and Robson results in Richards going round. Oh, that is a crucial move we need to see again. Yes, turn 8 for Austin. He finally gets a car in between himself and Martin. Martin couldn't quite follow him through either. Alexander went a bit wide as well. But Martin all over the back of Verity, and here comes Austin on Robson. Oh, Robson gets a bit twitchy. Austin gets down the inside for turn number 5. That should be move complete. Oh, it's not quite. Austin on the grass. How has Austin saved that one through turns 5 and between turns 6 and 7? And he still managed to keep it down, get it down the inside of Robson. Phenomenal driving from Austin. He's now going to have 2 cars between him and Ryan Martin. Exactly what he needs. Martin out really wide through turn 9. And Robson under attack from Verity. Verity a little tag, but here comes Martin around the outside of Verity looking for an opportunistic move. It looks like he's going to make that done. Yes, he is. Turns 2 and 3. Martin makes it through into 4th. Bit of a tap. Oh, we didn't want to do that. It looks like Martin's actually thought better of that. On board with him. Oh, there's a slight tap. A slight tap from Martin to Robson. And runs out of room for good measure afterwards through turn 5, which puts him back behind Verity. More action between Verity and Robson as they go side by side into turn number 1. Verity looks to have made the move there. Here comes Martin trying to follow through. Robson can't quite keep it to the inside for turn 4, and Martin sending it down the inside of Verity, spins in the process. And he's retired from the race. So Ryan Martin has retired from this race. Price still leads from Alexander, who's got Austin right behind. Now, the question is, does Austin have a pit stop in hand? The answer is no. If he was to pit now, he'd come back out in traffic with Robson and Verity, but he gets down the inside of Alexander, makes the move in the number 51 car, but Alexander not going to take this sitting down. Looking, try and get back, but Austin has made the move stick into turn 4. So Austin, if he can keep this pace up, he's got the chance to get his first win in the MX-5 Cup with Pendragon Bodywork. There's Verity. He's now in front of Robson. Good, which is good news for him. There's Zell and Burke. Remember, these two made early pit stops, and Corkery is behind them. So this is a big chance for Austin to not only take the lead of the championship, but have a good gap going into the final round. There's Price. The gap is closing. 1.7 seconds is the gap now on lap number 11. We are in for a treat of a second half of this race right now. Ryan Martin has retired from this race. Austin goes wide onto the grass. Just about keeps it in check, but he's going to lose him a lot of time, I think. I say that. He's 1.6 at the moment as they head towards turn number 8. And Alexander has a quick feint to the inside, maybe just to scare Austin a touch, but it's not quite worked. So we head on towards lap number 12. A little bit of a battle. Verity now comes in the pits. See Corkery on the back of Burke. Burke's a little bit wide through turn 9, but again, in fact, actually no, he is just wide through turn 9. I thought maybe he might come back to the racing, to the apex. Although Corkery down the inside, fantastic little move. He can make this one work. It looks like he might be able to, but they're going to be side by side through turn 3. Turns 2 and 3 into 4. Burks keeps his nose to the inside. Will keep the place. Good driving from the pair of them here, and it is. Here we go. Austin is now on the back of Price. Does Price blink? The answer is yes. Price does blink immediately. Price in the pits then. Austin has free air. So Austin needs to make the most of this gap he's got. Price. Robson looking to go around the outside. Can't quite make it though. Robson pitted? The answer is no. Robson is yet to pit. See, Alexander has pitted. He's now looking for a move back on Robson. Oh, a bit of a squirrely moment into turn 8 as he looks to go down the inside. Robson again looking to go back to the apex, but the car already there. And now it's Zell's turn. He's looking to the inside, but it looks like Robson almost wanted the pit, but he couldn't because Zell was there. Zell makes the move through turn 9 to go up into 4th place. Robson just going backwards now. Next in line for him is Coleman Corkery, who has got past Burke in the meantime. We've not seen it, but he has managed to get the move complete. Having to defend from Burke at the moment. Corkery to the inside of Robson, down the back straight once again. It does make you wonder if Robson wants to make a pit stop here, but he just can't, and here comes Burke to follow through Corkery. Robson down another 2 places into 7th place. He's running well at the start of this race was Robson. Oh, he looks to the inside. That's a heck of a move from Robson. We're going to have a look at that again. Can he keep it though? That's the question. Through turns 2 and 3, can he keep his nose there? The answer is yes. He has braked a little bit late, but he's managed to make that work. So Robson standing his ground. So this is Corkery and Burke getting past. On board with Robson. Oh, he absolutely sends it. I don't know who he thinks he is, Danny Ricciardo, but he's absolutely licked the stamp and sent it down into turn 1, and he's managed to make it work clean as a whistle almost. And he finally makes a pit stop. But incredible. I don't know how he managed to make that one work, but he did. Alexander is past Price right now, Price in 3rd. Now having to fend off Zell. Obviously, I'm expecting Austin to do a Ryan Martin, just basically go to the end of the race. Lap pit on lap number 19. Price. And Zell makes the move, and there goes Corkery for good measure. It's all gone wrong for Price on these softs. It's almost like he doesn't really like them. He had a little bit of a moment through turn 4, but allowed Zhao through. Austin in the pits. Where does he come out? There he is. He's in the lead. Austin just has to get through to the end. All he has to do to get his first victory in the MX-5 Cup, and I don't know whether it could potentially be his first ever win in SBR as well. But someone's off in the mid-pack. That is Zell. He has gone off at turn 4. He's lost positions, down to 7th place he goes. He was in 3rd, so allows Corkery into 3rd position. I don't think Corkery can get any further up. He's 3.8 behind Alexander, as Price goes a little bit wide through turn 8. There's Fraser Richards, poor Robson now. Robson on a fresh set of tyres. Looking to get 9th place then for Robson here. See Padgett unfortunately having another lonely race at the back, but hopefully he's enjoying driving the car. It's a good car to drive, the MX-5 touring car. But Robson just not able to get close enough yet. Back near the front though, you're Dylan Price, who's now looking to fend off poor Verity. You're on lap number 18, right to go on to lap number 19, the penultimate lap of the evening. That sounded like a car going off. That looks like Zell. No, it's not Zell, it is Burke. Yeah, it's running wide, getting on the grass. Pretty much a standard off through turn 9. The gap at the front is still quite close, you know. And Austin is not doing himself any favours. Running wide through 5 and 6. Alexander is right on his tail. He's a little bit wide through turn 8, but it's not lost in too much time. Austin just has one more lap. And he's won his first MX-5 race. So all you got to do is just got to survive this final lap. But Alexander's really not going to make this easy. Cross the line. Turn 1. Navigate it. 8 more turns to go. Turns 2 and 3. Taking those ones off into turn 4. Alexander looking for a move to the inside. Can't quite find the gap. Turn 5, 4 more turns to negotiate then for Alex Austin. Into 6, turn 7. Will Alexander have a look into turn 8? He's too far back. Well, I say he's too far back, he still has a bit of a look, but can't quite make it work. One more turn for Alex Austin. The reverse grid race. Race 3 at Tsukuba. And it is Alex Austin who wins at Tsukuba for his first win of the season and potentially first win at SBR. It's Alexander in second, pushing Austin all the way. And it's going to be Verity who gets it on the line from Price and Corkery. Let's have a look at that, because... So, Corkery already being dealt with. And Verity down the inside of Price through turn 9, gets the move done. Fantastic stuff from Verity there. Zell in 6th, Schola 7th, Burke in 8th, Robson 9th, Richards is in 10th, and finally it's going to be Lee Paget rounding off our 11 finishers. Ryan Martin, retirement of the race. So Alex Austin finally gets his just deserved victory, first victory of the season, up 10 positions from 11th on the grid. A fantastic race by him. Absolutely fantastic drive. Really nice call collected. Almost ruined it for himself at the end, but just about managed to get over the line. So that means he's going to be leading the championship on my calculations going into the next round. So it's going to be one hell of a finale next week, so do join us there. We're heading off to Kyoto. Could be the big one, could be the short one, could be Yamagiwa, could be Miyabi. We'll find out when we get there, but from myself and everyone here, thank you to Pendragon Bodyworks for sponsoring the league. Fantastic to have on board. And thank you for everyone who's watched tonight. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Hopefully you'll join us next week for the final round of the SBR MX-5 touring car with Pendragon Bodyworks. But until then, good night.